This video is a step-by-step guide of how to create your two-semester education plan. The materials you will need are 1. Your English and Math assessment scores, 2. Assist.org and/or Diablo Valley College's associate's degree requirements to choose the classes for your major, and 3. The general education pattern you will be following. This may be the DVC General Education if you only want to receive an associate's degree and do not plan on transferring. It may be the CSU General Education pattern if you plan to only apply to a Cal State University. Or it may be the IGETC, which is used if you want to apply to a University of California, or it works for both the UC system and the Cal State University system. Some things to keep in mind as you are making your plan is 1, how many units you want to take for each semester. Keep in mind that 12 units is full-time status for fall and spring. Number 2 is take a mixture of English, math, courses for your major, and general education classes for your first 2 semesters. And number 3, if you are unsure about your major, that is totally fine. You can focus on taking general education classes. It is also recommended that you take the Career 110 Career and Life Planning course to help you with exploring majors and careers. All right, let's start with step 1. So step 1 is adding your English courses based on your assessment scores. So you should already have your assessment scores with you, and we are going to use the student planning tool to start planning your English courses. So I will be focusing on the fall and spring semester. I'll go to the course search, type in my English class, select enter, add course to plan, select fall 2020, all right, and now that I see that English 122 is put in my fall 2020. Now I will put my second English course. So this will be your critical thinking course based on the general education pattern that you are following. I'm going to use English 123, enter, add course to plan, and I'll put spring 2021. When I go back to plan and schedule and click on my timeline, I see that my English courses are now both in there. Step 2 is to add your math course or courses based on your assessment score. Keep in mind, some of you may only be required to take one math course for your major. Going back to my plan, I am a psychology major, so for my particular major, I have to take statistics. I'll go to the course search, type in Math 142 for my statistics, add course to plan, select fall 2020, and then click add course to plan again. Now I'll go back to plan and schedule, click my timeline, and there we have my English courses planned and my math courses planned. Step 3 is we are going to add in 1 or 2 courses for whatever your major is for each semester. Again, if you are undecided on your major, you can focus on just adding general education classes for this part, or you can add that Career 110 class to help you with exploring majors and careers. So for this particular student, they want to be a psychology major and transfer to a California State University. So they are going to be following Diablo Valley College's Psychology for Transfer Associate's degree. Some of you may be using assist.org to look up what requirements you have for your major. So for this student, I will go ahead and go to the DVC website, select academic programs, degrees and certificates. Then I will scroll down and look for psychology. Scroll down, and then I will click on psychology catalog information. This brings me to a section in the school catalog, and here I will find the Associates in Arts in Psychology for transfer. It'll give me a lot of information about that major, and then here I will find the major requirements. So it starts here and then goes on to the second page. This is what I'm using to help me plan my courses for the major. So I see here that the major requires Psychology 101. Let me go ahead and put that in. There it is. Psych 101. And I'll put that in the fall semester. I'm also going to continue to put in a couple more major requirements for the fall or spring semester. So this was another major requirement. I'll put it for the spring. This was another major requirement. I will put that for the fall. All right, sometimes it will say here back to course catalog, so you'll just click on that. You can click back on academics and click on student planning, and then again go to plan and register and click back on your timeline. So now I have 14 units for fall. I will probably leave it at that because that's already more than full time. And then I have 2 classes planned for the spring. Now step 4, add in 1 or 2 courses from general education for each semester. Now, since my fall semester already had 4 units, I'm going to focus on adding general education classes just to my second semester. This student will be using the CSU general education pattern since she wants to transfer to a California State University. Now, how you can find this is, again, if you start at the DVC website, click on Current Students, and go to the Counseling Center. This is one of the ways to find it. You can go to Forms, scroll down, under Curriculum and Transfer Guides, you can click on the CSU General Education Requirements. This is the general education pattern, and this will tell me which classes I can pick for that. All right, going back to my plan, I will put in a communication course. Put that in for spring. Next, I will put in a course for my arts requirement. I want to take a music class. Put that in for spring 2021. And then I want to take a class in my humanities area. So I will put a US history. Keep in mind, AP credit, if you get a 3 or higher on an AP test, will cover general education. So you want to make sure that you send in those official AP scores from the College Board website and request an evaluation appointment in the fall semester with a counselor. If you look at the different sections, it will tell you which AP test will satisfy a course in that section. So let's go back to our plan. And there you have it. Now you have your 2-semester plan. Keep in mind, if you need to spend more time with this video, we don't expect you to be perfect at navigating this website and this tool. You can always stop the video, rewind it, forward it, use it to really help guide you through this process. And then lastly, step 5, so you've completed your 2-semester education plan. Your education plan will be saved automatically in the Insight portal, so you do not need to press save. Your instructor will look at your education plan in the next couple of days and contact you if any changes need to be made. If your registration date has not yet arrived, you will have to wait until your registration day and time to register for classes. If your registration date has already passed, then you can go ahead and move forward with registering for classes. If you need help with learning how to register for classes online, you can check the next module after this one. Good job, everyone.